Hello everyone, we're from Group 20 and today we'd like to present to you about our product called Purifying, which is an air purifying drone. To begin, let us introduce ourselves first. My name is Vidya Pratyaparamita.
My name is Ispa Shabela.
My name is Ananda Raisa.
My name is Muhammad Raihan Suprajeni.
My name is Alirma Safira.
My name is Gedi Kalvani.
So this is the list of contents that we will be talking in this presentation. The first one is background.
The background for our product is air pollution has become one of the world's largest health and environmental problems. Air purifier has a significant impact in reducing the air pollution problem. But many of the air purifiers that found on market are static and doesn't have wide coverage area. So our group makes combine the idea of air purifying and drones, so it can cover large area.
In concept generation, we elaborate the existing concept and the new concept. The existing concept refers to air purifier sold in the market based on its various types, depending on its mechanism, type of filters, and the function, and it all can be seen from figure. Meanwhile, for the new concept, we specify on drone as the medium to move the air purifier. There are three types of drones, as you can see from the figure, that are possible to be used for our concept. So the idea here is the existing and new concepts are combined in order to determine the best concept of our product. From the previous slide, we know there are so many concepts that we can generate. Therefore, in selecting the best concept, we need to go through several stages such as brainstorming, and then we eliminate the concept using RVF method, redundant, vague, and foolish method. And then we screening the concept by rating and ranking the concept. And the final step is by testing the concept by conducting a survey. And then finally we come to a decision that the proposed concept for our product is an air purifier that uses filtration to filter the pollutants, which is equipped with HEPA and activated carbon filters, UVC light, cool mist sprayer, photoelectric proximity sensor, air quality sensor, particulate matter sensor, and Raspberry Pi to process and transmit data for creating the IoT system, which uses multi-rotor drone as the media. Next.
These are our specs that we determine to be important to be able to compete with the market right now. And we need it to be a multifunctional. So yeah, there are many of our specs. Next. And these are the materials. And the air purifying drone are mainly made of carbon fiber and aluminum alloy that makes the body of the product, so they are weighted the most, but still we try to make it as light as possible. And the lithium ion battery is the standard battery that used on drone, and we use that because it is very lightweight and can store a large amount of energy.
The working mechanism of air purifying drone starts by trapping harmful substances based on three different levels. The first level by using HEPA filter to trap dust, pollen, and pet dander. The second level is by filtering chemical and gas pollutants using activated carbon. The third level is filtering using UVC light to deactivate germ. Also, there is humidifying function where the cool mist will be sprayed out of the air purifier to raise the moisture level. All these activities will be monitored using IoT system. The data will be input sent to the Raspberry Pi component to be processed and sent to web server using Wi-Fi, and then eventually it can be accessed through the website and mobile application. To operate the drone automatically, the users have to pin the starting point and end point for the road of the product in the mobile application. After it is being recorded, then the users can directly control the air purifying drone through their devices. And also, with the help of proximity sensor, the product can stay away from any hindrance. Next.
Moving on to the product branding. So, as we can see in here, our company, PT Reswara Lokatara Indonesia, has decided the brand name of our product, which is Revyon. It is pronounced Revyon, not Revyon. And there are three things that make up a logo, which are image, in this case is a drone, and the second one is typography, which is the Revyon text, And the third one is color. In this logo, there are three colors, which are yellow color on the text, and then deep teal green on the background, and also brown for the drone image. Next. So the tagline of our brand is "Clean air, more coverage, live healthier." It means that by using our product, customers will obtain clean air for their living. More coverage means that the product offers more coverage to purify the indoor air because it uses drone technology. Live healthier means that the combination of air purifier and drone can make the customers live a healthier life. So the overall meaning of our tagline is to emphasize the advantage of using Raytheon. Next. This one is the product prototype of Raytheon, which is the initial view and the top view. In the initial view, we can see that there's a small black box on the front, which is the proximity sensor. Next. This is the front view and the back view, where the back view showcases the lid where you can refill the liquid that is used for the humidifying function and the repelling mosquito function. Next. So this is our packaging. So the material of our packaging consists of two layers, which is made out of EPP or expanded polypropylene and also corrugated box. And the dimension of our packaging is 30 centimeters in length, height, and width. Next. This is the side view of our packaging. Next.
So next is market segmentation. In geographical segmentation, we choose some big cities in Indonesia as in the following table, according to the human population of the cities that have air pollution. In demographic segmentation, customers who receive middle to upper income with middle to upper occupational position have become one of the factors that is considered in choosing the market. For the behavior segmentation, customer want to buy a product that is practical and multifunctional. Next. To determine the demand, we need to list the data from for the number of the shopping center, multi-purpose building, office building, and airport in 20 cities in Indonesia. And we need to make assumption of the quantity of Raytheon that will be purchased in those buildings. Next. So this is the total of demand of Raytheon that for 20 cities in Indonesia is 27,788. Next.
Before we do the market analysis, we have to know several things and also make several assumptions, such as the review lifespan, which is 2.5 years. And two assumptions are being made, which is product stock is 45% of the demand, and 65% of the product demand is purchased by the customers. The working days per year is 252 days. So then we can know the demand, supply, market share, and production capacity. So the demand of our product is 27,788 units, and the supply reaches to 40,292 units, and the market share is 44.83%, and the production capacity is 64 units per day. Next one is the production process. So the manufacturing of Raytheon starts with the first welding, where the drone photoelectric sensor and also the sensor case is being welded, and then moving on to the air purifier assembly, where we assemble the air purifier box, which consists of the HEPA filter, activated carbon filter, UVC light, humidifier, particulate matter sensor, air quality sensor, Raspberry Pi, and also air purifier case. And then these two things are being welded on the second welding, and then goes through the quality control to be checked for its quality. And then it is packed with two layers of packaging of EPP and corrugated box, and then it is stored in the storage room and finally can be distributed to the customers.
And the number that you are seeing here is for one batch of our product. That means 16 units. And yes, the product is heavier on the drone rather than the air purifier, as we try to make the drone as strong as possible and the air purifier as light as possible, so that it can travel longer and yeah, more efficient in the usage. Next.
So for the production scheduling in one day, there are 4 batch, which each batch has 3 main processes. The first one is pre-production, which where the workers and the materials are prepared so that the operation will go smoothly. The second one is production, and in this stage, the production process starts. And the process are divided into three sub-process, which are welding 1, air purifier assembly, and welding 2. And the last one is finalization, where the air purifying drone will go through the quality control process to be checked.
So Rivian, so so Rivian plan to build in the Basic Industrial Park where Cikarang. There are four considerations in choosing Cikarang as our plan location, which are proximity to customer, proximity to labor, quality of life issues, and community consideration. Next.
So for the plant layout, the total area of our plant will be 3,500 meters square, which consists of security post, office and truck parking lot, assembly area, power supply, prayer room, office, health center, canteen, loading and unloading deck, and production room. The production room itself takes has the area of 28 times 50 meter, consisting of raw material storage, product storage, waste storage, restroom, first welding room, second welding room, assembly room, quality control room, and last one is packaging room.
This is our distribution for each city in the form of product per month. So we try to relate between the demand on our production, and we get that the most important city that we have is Jakarta and Surabaya, and both are located on Java Island, and then there's more, but about 30% is on Jakarta and Surabaya. So for the distribution, we will try to focus there. But of course, we also sell on the internet, so the other city can buy our products too. Next.
So next is marketing strategy. In our marketing strategy, the name of our website is www.rivian.com. And then for the print media, some people still use print media to gain information, such as elderly. And then for the social media, such as Facebook and Instagram, in here, for the name of the Rivian page is Rivian Indonesia on Facebook and at rivian.id on Instagram. And then for the mobile application, this application can be used to straight away by the customer to purchase Rivian. Next.
Moving on to the total capital investment. So, when we want to calculate the total capital investment, we need to calculate the direct cost and indirect cost. So, the direct cost is calculated with the 9 costs presented in here, and the indirect cost is calculated based on the 4 costs presented here. Next. Then the fixed capital is obtained by adding the value of direct cost and the indirect cost. And then working capital is obtained by calculating 3 months of the total operating expenditure. Next. The total capital investment is then obtained by adding the value of fixed capital and working capital, which yield to 67.7 billion rupiah. Next.
So for the total operating expenditure, it consists of raw material costs, direct and indirect labor costs, utilities costs, insurance and tax costs, distribution costs, marketing costs, maintenance costs, and operating supplies, which yields to 180 billion rupiah.
Next is the cost breakdown. So cost breakdown is calculated for 20 years of the plant operating lifetime, and it is expressed in percentage of total cost. And then it is also shown in the form of pie chart to be easier to look at. And based on the pie chart in here, we can see that there are 2 major expenses to produce Rivian, which comes from the raw material that is accounting for 88%. And there are several ways that can be done to minimize the cost of all the raw materials. For example, to find the alternative supplier which sells lower price of the materials, and also to find the supplier location with closer distance to the plant. The next one is the labor salary, which accounts for 6%. It means that it is important for the workers to have great work ethic and also to put their best effort in conducting any work activities. Next one is the product price. So to calculate the product price, there are several assumptions that are being made. And then we can calculate the total cost, which is based on the operational cost, capital investment, and the financial interest. And then we can calculate the expected revenue, which is assumed to be 50%, and then the expected total revenue, gross price, and also the net price by considering the 10% of tax. And finally, the final price is 18.9 million rupiah.
Okay, so next is the WACC. Our company WACC is 10%, and it is calculated from the cost of debt and cost of equity. For the cost of debt, it focuses on Bank BCA as the investor, while for the equity, we use electronic city as our rent. From the as a comparison, Bank BCA deposit interest is 4.1%, which means our WACC value is higher than bank deposit interest. This represents that the investor will more likely to invest their money on Revieon rather than deposit their money in the bank. Next. There are two segments in the cash flow, which are after-tax cash flow and also the before-tax cash flow. The before-tax value obtained from revenue minus expenses, while the after-tax value obtained from the net profit after tax added by depreciation. And for the cumulative cash flow is the summation of the before and after tax cash flow. From the cumulative cash flow graph, we can see that at year 4, which is in 2025, the company cash flow has become more stable. Next.
With the analysis, the amount of investment that we got is 23%. And then for the payback period, most company will not consider a project with a longer payback period because it's not desirable for investment position. And then for the big break-even point, the result can be found using the help of goal seek program in Excel by changing the number of products sold. And then for the internal rate of return, this value must be compared with the MAR that has been calculated. So the value is 34%. And then for the net present value, it is usually to analyze profit in the project to be implemented. And this is our NPV, which is the value of NPV is bigger than 0. Next.
And the last one is our sensitivity analysis. This is done because we think that we don't really know what we will do in the future or what the future will hold, basically. So we think that what might change is raw material price, what we set our price of Revieon price, and direct labor wage. And based on this, we can see that the most influential element is Revieon price, or how much do we sell the Revieon. Yeah. And that's all from us. Thank you. If you have any question, please don't hesitate to ask us.